One, two, one, two. Let me know if you can hear me all right. I should be all good. I should be all good. Oh, we already got a few people in here. All right, what's going down, man? Appreciate all of you tuning in to live song reviews. If you want to get your music reviewed, we don't care what the genre is. If you want to get your music reviewed, submit it at djpain1.com. djpain1.com is where to submit the music. We got all the tech problems out of the way already. This happened the last hour when I was reviewing beats. My headphone jack. Hey, you see what happened here? This is crazy. This is how it's supposed to look, and it split in half, and this part was lodged in my audio interface. I couldn't believe it. So that happened, but we're going to pray that nothing happens like that here. And we're going to get right into the music. Again, if you want to submit a track, go to djpain1.com. And, I'm in here. I'm seeing a lot of comments every time I do one of these, people asking where to submit. And the whole time I'm like, man, we should really have a banner up. It's been a banner right here. So submit songs at djpain1.com. It's right there. Our very, 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 very first submission is coming from P. Mitch, the writer, featuring Josiah Ruff. I think I'm saying that correctly. It's also spelled P. Mitch, the W-T-I. I think it's P. Mitch, the writer. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Let's play this track though. Here we go. P. Mitch, the writer. The name of the song is Long Gone.
He didn't do right, and now she's long gone. He didn't love her right, and now she's left him alone. This is the story of a man who had everything. This is the story of a man, how he lost everything. He wasn't living right or taking care of his wife. He'd rip and run the streets. And when she tried to talk to him, he couldn't even see how she was hurting. He didn't do right, and now she's long gone. He didn't love her right. He didn't love her right, and now she left him alone. 'Cause he was too blind to see that she's all that he needs. But he didn't do right, and now she's long gone.
Hey, chat, I'm reviewing the track, but you're in here listening to the same thing I'm listening to. So add some feedback. Constructive criticism welcome.
I deserve to lose everything for not being there. No. Being the man I need to be. For not taking care of home. This is killing me. That I didn't do right, and now she's long gone. I didn't love her right. I didn't love
That bridge was crazy.
Too blind to see what was right there, right in front of me. Oh baby, I love you, please.
Yo, who said that? It does sound like tracks, doesn't it, Mecca? It really does. I mean, he's got a lot of range, this singer. Yeah, I mean, great singer. It feels like classic R&B in the sense that there's a story being told pretty clearly and a lot of emotion into it. It feels like old school R&B. It doesn't feel modern, and so there's certainly a lane for this. And I want more human artists to do that because, well, never mind. I'm not going to get into the whole Zanaya Monet thing, but it's one of those things where I want to see this artist when he can sing his ass off. He can write great melodies. The bridge, I think, was welcome, not necessarily expected, but when he hit that crescendo at the end of the bridge and transitioned back into the hook, it just felt right. So he definitely knows what he's doing. Now, all my criticism is just constructive. He's already a great artist. The criticism that I would have is initially the beat just sounds kind of, it's more of the sound selection. So I like this part, the E piano. But when that changes to some type of synth pad, I'm about to hear it. I love that piano too.
He didn't do right.
Yeah, just those synth stabs. It feels kind of dated. I think if you're gonna do R&B like this, either go all the way modern or stick with the classics. You know, the piano, the keys, the E piano, guitar, electric guitar, stuff like that. I think that can really go a long way for this classic soul sound. I think the rest of the beat was fine. I love the bridge. I loved what was happening in the bridge. I felt like that brought back the R&B spirit. But the main sound selection, just it felt like it was just a little dated, like maybe 10 years ago when everyone was using those big leads. And you know, the musicality was great. Just the sounds. Just I feel like the sounds could maybe be holding the artist back. And then in terms of writing, look, I don't write songs. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I think at times the songwriting becomes a little too straightforward. You know, like when he's saying, if you can't tell that man is me, or something to that effect. It's just very literal, which I think can work for some listeners. But someone brought up tracks. It's not a bad thing to, and he does this all the time, to write with other writers who may be better at taking the literal, the concrete, and adding more of an artistic flair to it. Because the singing, great. The musicality, great. I think anyone should be proud of creating a song like this. There are just a couple things that I think can take it to not a new level, but just solidify what this artist is trying to convey holistically, not just with the writing, but with the production, with the overall sound, with every aspect of the song. And I think it's dope. I'm glad we're starting with something great. The next track is Jay Carbonell. The name of the song is Try. Yeah, this will be archived, Game Theory. Shout out to Game Theory Productions. Matter of fact, shout out to Game Theory Productions for having a social life.
I call out for strangers, but there's no reply. I sweat in the darkness, and only I I will try until the day that I die. I will try until the day that I die. Tell me why I have to try so damn hard. Tell me why I have to try so damn hard. People tell me that it's not meant to be, and I need to quit. Stop living the dream. I will try until the day that I die. I will try until the day that I die.
That was Jay Carbonell. The name of the track is Try, right? Yeah, Try. I think it's a real straightforward kind of rock song. Yeah, I very, very clean. I think it might be an AI assisted track, so those tracks are often really clean, straightforward sounding, and sometimes that works really well, sometimes it doesn't. I think for this one, it's just very middle of the road. I'm assuming that he was the author of the lyrics. Yeah, the harmonies sounded good when there was that. I don't know if it was a B section or a pre-chorus. I think that was my favorite part of the track. With regards to the writing, I would say working on workshopping ideas. So the theme is persistence for this song, right? And similarly to what I was telling the last artist, the writing is incredibly literal. So why must I try? I will keep trying. Try. You don't really have to beat the listener over the head with the concept in such a straightforward way. So I think working on improving the writing so that the writing itself becomes an art rather than simply a statement is going to help this artist quite a bit, especially when it comes to them not necessarily using their own voice for the tracks. Then the writing has to be the standout element in the tracks. And I apologize if I got that part wrong. But either way, with regards to the lyrics, I think, yeah, just knowing what you want to convey is a great start. And then taking it a step further is the artistic element, the literary element, the poetic element of songwriting. So I would like for Jay Carbonell to challenge himself to try, I guess we'll go with the pun, the obvious pun, to try to work on more artistic writing that isn't super abstract, but that combines the emotional elements of songwriting with the literal, but doesn't lean too heavily towards the literal, so that we can feel the emotion while understanding the purpose behind it. I hope that makes sense. I know that there are a lot of songwriters who are way too abstract and people don't understand what they're trying to convey. I think it's very clear what this artist is trying to convey, but a lot of the emotion gets lost just based on how straightforward the lyrics are. Next, we got Game Theory Productions. Game Theory, Mr. Social Life himself. He's at a party right now. The name of this track is Dubai Freestyle. And of course, Restream has me muted. Here we go. One more time. Game Theory Productions.
When I'm driving away, just give me the pass. Whip in the lane, just hand me the gas. The whole lot tight, you know I ain't crash. Seeing the lights, you know I just dance. Stay in the lane, you know I just blast. Counting this money, a second is cash. I gotta walk, never get taxed. When I'm driving away, just give me the pass. Whip in the lane, just hand me the gas. The whole lot tight, you know I ain't crash. Seeing the lights, you know I just dance. Stay in the lane, you know I just blast. Counting this money, a second is cash. I gotta walk, never get taxed. She called my phone to tell her relax. Ducking the feds, speeding real fast. Empty the safe, we grabbing the cash. Living it fast, you know I won't last. Swing it up once in a digital dash. But I'm a mouthful, you're fucking with rats. It's not how I'm really sharp and sad. Moving his weight, I'm moving these packs. Hopping up plane and I hop in the trap. Front of the snow, you're hitting her man. She going so scared, so title spaz. CVS tripping, I got to the bag. And your bitch in me head, was she on her rag? Driving up, busting up, popping these tags.
Police reported ahead.
When I'm driving the lane, just give me the pass. Whip in the lane, just hand me the gas. The whole lot tight, you know I ain't crash. Seeing the lights, you know I just dance. Stay in the lane, you know I just blast. Counting this money, a second is cash. I gotta walk, never get taxed. When I'm driving the lane, just give me the pass. Whip in the lane, just hand me the gas. The whole lot tight, you know I ain't crash. Seeing the lights, you know I just dance. Stay in the lane, you know I just blast. Counting this money, a second is cash. I gotta walk, never get taxed.
I'm pretty sure he produced that beat. So anyone who is saying that the beat's dope, I agree, but I'm pretty sure he produced that beat because I know him as a producer. So I think this is his foray into being a recording artist. I think, you know, first of all, yeah, you could hear a lot of punch-ins, and you could also hear that the vocals were pretty loud in the mix and also dry. So I think working on just the mix, making the vocals a little more not consistent, cohesive with the beat. So EQing a little bit, adding some effects that are going to glue those vocals in, and then gain staging, I think, is a big part because we want to hear the beat. The beat's dope, and the vocals are taking center stage, which to an extent they should, but not to the point where they're drowning out the rest of the track. So yeah, I think you know, it's a real vibey track. Everyone likes it. The feeling is good. The melody's catchy. You know, the melody's very catchy. I think with regards to the hook, though, because I know it's a freestyle, it's like hook, long verse, freestyle, or hook, long verse, hook. And the hook is super wordy. The hook is very wordy. Shout out Go Lambo. The hook is super wordy. And so even though the melody, the vocal melody is catchy, the hook itself, the words aren't catchy because they're hard to remember because it's like a super fast delivery and it's punched in. So it's really hard to deliver for even the artist himself because he's doing the punch-ins because it's just rapid fire. And so every line is different. There's no refrain that a person can walk away from with stuck in their head. The melody, yes. The words, no. So I would encourage him to do that. But the beat's dope. I just want to hear the beat shine through a little more on the mix. Shout out to all the producers that are becoming recording artists. The next track we have is from Clay Reeves, Strength in Kindness. Let's check this one out.
I'm up before the morning light. A man with a story gonna set it right. Don't mistake the quiet in my eyes. This heart's got a backbone strong as the pines. Call soft cause I don't raise my voice. You've become more distant, made my choice. My kindness ain't a door you can just walk on through. It's a choice I make, same as I choose to be true. My silence when you're talking ain't cause I don't hear. I'm weighing your words, making it clear. Ignorance don't live in this skin of mine. I live through your patterns, I bide my time. Don't ever mistake my kindness for weakness, my silence for ignorance. No, don't you but it's brighter than the sun. I'll turn the other cheek, but don't you cross that line. Kindness is the strength in this heart of mine. Don't ever mistake my kindness for weakness. I'm standing my ground right here, right now, yeah. You think I'm easy cause I keep my cool. When the world goes crazy, I play by my rules. Calm on the surface, but there's a storm below. Don't let the still water make you think I don't know. Acceptance, nah, I don't bend that way. I let you have your say, but I won't sway. My peace ain't a yes, it's a steady hand. I'll stand firm when the whole world tries to land. Don't ever mistake my kindness for weakness, my silence for ignorance. No, don't you dare take my calmness as acceptance. This fire burns quiet, but it's brighter than the sun. I'll turn the other cheek, but don't you cross that line.
I definitely want to give everyone at least 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Okay. So Clay is saying this is his actual voice, but it was run through Suno because it has an AI sound. So I would love to hear the raw version just because I feel like, the danger with AI is that it affects your voice in a way that, there are artifacts. I think in terms of lyric writing, so that's really what I want to focus on with these types of tracks. Lyric writing, if I were to compare this to the other song that was either AI generated or AI assisted, I would say this has a much stronger theme. And so in terms of the motif of the song, the lyrics did all match up to and stay cohesive with that theme. And my guess is this is probably one of those songs that's performing better for you. And I haven't heard your other catalog, but yeah, I think it's difficult to give feedback for these types of tracks. So in terms of the writing, I think for this style, for the country Americana sound, I think this is a good writing effort. It certainly came together. It certainly conveyed a central theme, and it certainly played on the emotion of that theme. In terms of the overall structure of the song, if as you said, you structured and arranged and composed the song, and you said the melody and harmony were created by you, then incredibly solid songwriting effort. Absolutely. So the melodies were strong, catchy. I do feel as though, it's not necessarily groundbreaking in terms of the genre. It fits snugly within the expectations of the genre, which I think is a conversation that an artist has with themselves often. If you're making hip hop music, if you're making R&B, what do I want to be? Do I want to make traditional R&B? Do I want to make modern R&B? Do I want to fit snugly within the genre, or do I want to stand out a little bit more? And I think that's the other challenge with using AI too, because what AI is going to do is try to fit you in snugly within the very center of a genre rather than push the envelope. So that's more on you. The onus is on the individual artist to take that song and that music and push the envelope a little with it. So if you don't want to push the envelope with it, cool. I think this is a great middle of the ground Americana country pop song. Then the next step is, how do you market that? How do you find the more traditional listener? right? And if you want to push the envelope, okay, cool. How do you do that using the technology that you have available at your fingertips? So these are important questions that I would ask because, look, music is music, but we're all here because we want to get our music to the world. And so the feedback that I give is always going to include a little bit of the musicality element, but also every now and again, the marketing, the branding, the artist's identity, all of that stuff, because that's all super important too. We all have all of these different parts of us, and we have to find a way to convey those parts of ourselves to our listeners. That's how we build a fan base. That's how we build a community, because that's really what fan building is, especially nowadays. We are building a community. So what is your brand? How does that fit in with your music? Are you pushing the envelope? Where do you fit into the genre? And how is that going to affect the way you market to your fans? And how is that going to affect the way your fans view you and how they rally around you within that community? I hope I'm not mispronouncing this next artist name, Zaolin Verse. The name of the track is NASA. I believe they're in the chat. Say something if you're in the chat. And I appreciate everyone in the chat also giving input too. I take that feedback into account as well. Oh, shout out to Tyler. Tyler's in one of my classes. Oh, shout out to Malcolm too. What's going down, Malcolm?
They better back up, I need my space. And I get this feeling that I couldn't shake. That I'm trying to make my way up to the sun. But all that I get is unlimited shade. If you live by that thing, you'll die by it too. Put them on notice, I relish the blame. Talking 9 to 5, know it ain't the same. You work until you quit, I work until I can't. Then they hit a big bang, that's my theory. They try to come close, but not a one is near me. Everything I got and everything you hear, gotta keep it real. We don't do pretend, I just needed some more room. Start water whipping up a monsoon. Need a jet son, not a cartoon. Taking everything up at the top, below it is all you. No map of G.
I like that Jetson line.
Could ever get to where I are. What's the worst that could happen? That was Trey Bizarre. No, I'm the captain of this ship. Jean-Luc Picard. Been walking on their heads like Michael did. I'ma trek the stars. 100 million miles away. I hope they understand me. I left my mind in now. Starts to go faster, I'ma outlast them. Said I need help, so somebody get nasty. We on the way up, and that's how it go down. And killing the beat, executing the sound. We talk about getting, I stand on that business. They didn't wanna listen, they hearing it now. And to my opposition, please don't get me twisted. My head in the sky, but my feet on the ground. Been thinking about changing my dub to find out, cause they constantly fucking around. I work from the moon to the sun up. I'm doing it all for the come up. Went too deep in my bag, 2 cents worth $1 million. I swear that the tab had to run up. And I'm talking a couple of notches. Everybody got them couple of options. Y'all control the major time, y'all know where I'm. I ain't going down, we about to turn up. I've been in my zone lately. Way too high up, they can't locate me. I get interstellar with the motion. I've been flowing oceans, better get the boat, baby. Now everybody say they shit is dope, but you can tell that they don't know the smoke, baby. And if they want to go to war, do it in the stars. I'm the new hope.
Charles, I don't know what you're talking about.
So tell them I'm off in the distance. I'm on a mission. Tell by my every sentence. And I see it vivid. Tell them they're lacking the vision. Something that's stuck to the ceiling. We are just different. I'm sitting up here at the top and I constantly defend my position. I gotta do it till they finally get it. Go back to back to back like Jordan and Pippen. 100 million miles away. Like I crave their understanding. My mind just drifts in outer space.
Yeah, that was dope. I think everyone likes this track. The one thing I'll say is with the mix, I want the hook to be really strong. When you're singing, I feel like that part is quieter and less powerful than the rest. And I get that it's a decrescendo and we're building back up to the verses, but I think your voice is really interesting on that part. You're doing something interesting with your voice and building that up either with effects, harmonies, all the above, and then gain staging it so that it's much more powerful and poignant, and then it's really reaching people is going to be important to perfecting the track. Rap wise, it's dope. You had lines, the cadence was cool. I liked what I heard. Charles, I don't know what you're talking about, man. You're not on the list, so I just don't know what you're apologizing for. And we accept all kinds of music. We've done R&B. We started things off with R&B. Again, submit your music at djpain1.com. I like all music. I critique all music. I listen to all music. I love all music. So again, I don't know what you're talking about. We have New Age. Actually, I guess this artist is from my city, so that's dope. Much success to you. Wishing you lots of success. And anytime I hear something that's dope and unique and they're from my city, this actually happened last week and I was impressed there. So I'm impressed again. This new artist is New Age. The name of the track is Down and Out. Okay, Charles. All right, man. Apology accepted. Love ballads. I just like this beat already.
Down and out the way, never down and out. Finding all the ways, gotta make it count. I hear it calling from night to morning. It not important, it get this started. 2 miles of feet, 2 guns I keep for my dogs, this pedigree. Watch out who befriended me, more respect to an enemy. Fake ones really sneaky sneak, all good when it's face to face. In a flash, a blink or a wink, praying up that you lose your place. Only thing that means something, how much you really racking up, you really stacking up. Everybody gotta play the part, living in movies just stacking up. Always been on the grind, all these prayers I prayed up. How you appreciate shine, if you never been in the mud. I've been on my own, I've been in the zone, playing cautious, no traffic cones. More I'm grown, more I love alone, making coffee, eating scones. Playtime, cartoons, bedtime kisses and hugs too. Make time, stack blues, keep the bullshit in your rear view, and that's facts. Down and out the way, never down and out. Finding all the ways, gotta make it count. I hear it calling from night to morning. It not important, it get this started. Down and out the way, never down and out. Finding all the ways, gotta make it count. I hear it calling from night to morning. It not important, it get this started.
All right, this is why I need moderators. I need to get Charles up out of the chat. So that was dope. I love the beat already. Like when I hear the beat, it's kind of just catching me already, and I'm gonna really start listening to the track more intently. I think someone in the chat said Kendrick, and I definitely hear the influence, especially with the tone and the cadence. So there is this world of, I don't know how do you categorize this kind of, that sort of lane, like the Jid, Kendrick, Isaiah Rashad lane, kind of like neo chill soulful rap type stuff. Not that Jid is always super chill, he's not. There's a lot of energy there, but I think your challenge, because you already make great music, the mix was great, the beat selection was great. Your challenge is just standing out from the rest of the artists that are using similar cadences and similar tonality to their voices, etc. So how do you change that? And coming up with your own cadences is difficult. I think a lot of artists struggle with that. But if it sounds good, it sounds good to a lot of folks. But to stand out and coin your own cadences, to coin your own deliveries, etc. Oh, you said neo hip hop. Yeah, I don't know what to call it. I think to do that is to really gain a lot of longevity, because you are so unique, but you still fit into the sound that is classic, because the sound that you are creating is classic. Yo, get your I can't look at the comments anymore. It has a classic sound. I like it. My challenge to you is just to break out of the cadences that we've already heard, and do something super unique with your vocals that isn't crazy or necessarily weird, but just pushes the envelope enough for you to have a musical identity. Because again, like I said, I'm going to talk about the marketing, I'm going to talk about the branding and the brand identities. And when you can create the classic sound and then stand out with the way you deliver, with your sonic identity, your musical identity, then you really end up with something amazing. And I wish that for you. So Sample is the next artist. The name of the track is Opportunity. I already like this beat too. 2 in a row.
Yeah. How you see a perspective without a lens? How you keep up the effort without a win? How you deal with the pressure, no giving in? Tell them how you feel like you dead if you never lived. How you see a perspective without a lens? How you keep up the effort without a win? How you deal with the pressure, no giving in? Said I gave it all that I gotta give it again. Yeah. I thought I found an opportunity. When everything was golden, a lot of things coming new to me. At the moment it was ruining. Cause as I'm getting older, not trying to please who I used to be. They make me jump over hurdles for all the work I do. Running me in circles, got stuck inside of a loop-de-loop. Whoop-de-doo, I tighten up when I lose a screw. Stop doing for others what nobody ever do for you. It's getting crazy, I'm angry, too stimulated. Waiting for the day I wake, breaking the simulation. Don't overcomplicate, rather be over patient. And I'm never underwhelming or wasting my motivation. I let it drive me, eager to ease my mind. Be running in open space with no need to taking the sides. Yeah. Come to think, if I'm reading between the lines, I could see the places I'm seeking to go and find. Yeah. How you see a perspective without a lens? How you keep up the effort without a win? How you deal with the pressure, no giving in? Tell them how you feel like you dead if you never lived. How you see a perspective without a lens? How you keep up the effort without a win? How you deal with the pressure, no giving in? Said I gave it all that I gotta give it again. Yeah. I gotta give it again. I gotta give it again. I gotta give it again. I gave it all I got, now I gotta give it again. Yeah. Hard to miss when you sitting in your position. Living with significant wisdom, so much ambition. You could put your mind to it, you getting commission. If you wanna get your dollars up, then be persistent. Had to free up my mind, cause in due time I could try to get things off of my shoulders, hurting my spine. With the weight of the world, you gotta climb. You ain't gonna get anywhere until you try.
Yeah, I love seeing that in the chat. If there are people in the same area, definitely link up.
They say never quit working, cause I won't let you. My 2 feet keep moving, I'm about to lose sleep.
Well, we're not nitpicking tracks, period. I think the mix is great. I think the delivery is great. The production is great, and he's self-produced, so that's an extra bonus point for him. You know, any artist that can do that is probably going to be a lot more prolific, or they have the ability to be prolific at least. I think everything came together really well. I think pulling a little more melody out of your voice could enhance your tracks, but there's nothing wrong with the track. If it's self-engineered, self-produced, you did everything yourself, I think it's really solid. I don't know anything about your brand identity, anything like that, but this also falls into the same category as the last track, the New Age track, that kind of soulful, you know what I mean? New school, but classic. Maybe this is a little more new school just based on the production, but the introspective, chill, calm rap sound, and it's dope, and people love it. And not everyone does it well. Sample does it well, so I'm a fan. Yeah, J. Coop, and I apologize to everybody. need to find some people to moderate. If anyone wants to volunteer, I just have to trust you and see you in these chats often, because the next time somebody like Charles comes in here, then you can just get him up out of there quickly before he brings the mood down. But I don't think he brought the mood down. We're good. We're having fun. The next submission is from Knows the Time. Shout out Knows the Time, but it's Kenny Hoopla, which is an artist that I'm familiar with. Kenny Hoopla featuring Albert Hammond Jr. of The Strokes. What? Did you produce this? Knows the Time, are you in the chat right now? Did you produce this record? Now we got to listen to this.
Check, please. Hey. To sympathize. Two hands covering our eyes. Nostalgia kills. So burn your bill. It won't flow in. The open spread. Death to shelter rockstar. Fall in love. Story of a generation. New America. The new America. It's just in run. Yeah, new America. The profit good. Well, there goes the neighborhood.
Damn, Ian, you produced or co-produced a record with. Okay, congrats. This is dope.
So happy fans. You and your trip like the government on the internet. Sex is great. Just another rebel with all the cards. Our love was luck. My poetry sucks. I rhyme too much. New America. New America.
Look, Kenny Hoopla is doing very well already. That's why when I saw his name on here, I was like, wow, what? Huh? I know him. He did a song. He did a whole album with Travis Barker. He's not some obscure artist. Look him up.
Just a hit and run. New America. New America. New America. Just a hit and run. New America. We have
Shout out to Hardcore Poetry. Good and you? Okay, so when Crash was at my house and he was talking to you about the tour, you were on tour with Kenny Hoopla. You play bass and keys for him. Okay, that makes sense. So this was co-produced and mixed and mastered by you. Sounds super dope. I'm just excited to hear more Kenny Hoopla. And the other dope thing is, to me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Knows the Time, but when I listened to Kenny a couple years ago, that's I think the last time. I think I heard the stuff he did with Travis Barker. It was what you would expect more for someone collaborating with, a Blink-182 member. It was more pop punk. And this time he's collaborating with, the dude from The Strokes. So it feels a little more like 80s, 90s punk, a little grittier, a little raw. And I like that sound. I really like that sound. So I think this is a dope sound for the artist. It's a pleasant surprise hearing him do this kind of more stripped down to the essence punk music that still has pop potential. And it's still a fun, energetic record, but it's also, written to be political. So Okay, so his new sound is a little more, and it's not just indie, but it's like back to it's a nod to his predecessors, and the Strokes collab obviously is in line with that. So dope, and you're a part of something great with that one. I like that. I don't think anyone could say anything bad about that. Yeah, you can send in beats, you can send in songs. DJPayne1.com. Go to DJPayne1.com to submit your tracks. The next track is Sick Boy featuring Pella the Goat. The name of this track is called Life in the Trenches. Everything I play is just in order that it was received, by the way, guys. Oh yeah, and the mastering sounds great. It was loud but not too loud. Everything was clear.
Dark side, light this bitch up.
All of my life growing up in the trenches, single wide trailers and boats up in it. Ain't had no dollars to pay for our water bill. Mama was broke, daddy was missing. Learn how to cope with my living conditions. Place made of paper, no soap on my dishes. Come from the country, never been dumb in my shit, never broke, cause I knew how to fix it. Ain't had no money, but had me a biz and found me the plug, and I brought in the business. All of the folks that I knew round that bitch, that like smoking that dope. Love to get twisted. This way of life in the woods to be different. Trap out the trailers and serve up a biscuit. Don't give a fuck about trying to get rich, cause that shit don't mean nothing. Can't take it with you. Down in the gutter, ain't got many options of people you love. Go to what you hate, watching your papa and granny get riddled with sickness. They scraping the pennies to go see the doctor. Most everybody, they got their own problems. The shit be the reason they turn up that bottle. They drinking so much, they ain't feeling like nothing. This comfort inside it when you from the bottom. Life is a bitch, but you can't let it stop. You gotta be grateful for lessons it's taught me. Not everybody my motherfucking friend, so I kick it with crickets. I'm cool with the possums. If you approach me, then watch how you talking. No understanding, shit happens often. Thinking I'm clueless, but really that's you. If you put on my shoes, I will bet you ain't walking. Most everybody around here been in prison. Where we was raising the life that we lived and had to survive with the hand I was given. I done me some things that I won't ever mention. Ain't nothing here but them goblins and gremlins. If you never lived it, you think it's some fiction. To deal with the pain, have to take a prescription. The closer you listen, might find you some wisdom, bitch. All of my life growing up in the trenches, single wide trailers and roaches up in it. Ain't had no dollars to pay for our water bill. Mama was broke, daddy was missing. Learn how to cope with my living conditions. Place made of paper, no soap on my dishes. Come from the country, never been dumb in my shit, never broke, cause I know how to fix it. Ain't had no money, but had me a biz and found me a plug, and I brought in the business. All of the folks that I knew round that bitch, that like smoking that dope. Love to get twisted. This way of life in the woods, it be different. Trap out the trailers and serve up a biscuit. Don't give a fuck about trying to get rich, cause that shit don't mean nothing. Can't take it with you.
Now I'ma be honest, so focus on me. I come from the bottom with the roaches and fleas, with the snakes and the rats walk around on 2 feet, and betrayal comes quickest from the people you feed. Work hard every day till you sweat and you bleed, while the rest
Which artist is this right now?
of the world get to do as they please. Grow up a statistic on the feeding the greed, and anything that you want is just out of your reach. Too far to grab and too close not to see. Take 1 or 2 steps and they'll push you back 3. The fact still remains that there's rules to this game, but you play by them rules and you'll never succeed. Cause in the world that we live, people pray you gon' fail. Smile at your
This artist has a very unique delivery. I like it a lot. I mean, I like the whole thing, but which is this? Is this Sick Boy or is this the feature?
face and behave like hell. The only way out is to get it yourself. Take the good as it comes, don't stress nothing else. These are the lessons you learn when you young. Coming up out them gutters of a South Georgia slum. Either wind up in prison or smoke dope till you dumb. And your work every day till you start to go numb. One thing I know, to be certified truth, can't take it with you when it's finally through. So fuck anybody who telling me different. Boy, this every day when your life in them trenches.
Yeah, that verse was amazing. God damn. I think the whole thing came together well. It better have, because you had people in here saying, play Sick Boy, play Sick Boy. And I'm like, we're getting to it. Calm down, people. But when it happened, I was like, oh shit, yeah. I get it. I get it. I'm a fan. Yeah, self-produced as well. Probably self-mixed, self-mastered. It sounded great sonically. Everything came together. It does. You have a style. It's unique. The voices are unique. The deliveries are unique. Great track overall. The same criticism, constructive criticism, I'm going to give you is the same criticism I gave a couple others today. Just that hook is super wordy. The hook is super wordy. There's no way in hell I can remember that hook, and I have a great memory. It's just like every line is different, so there's no refrain. And I think there's a way that you could have boiled down the essence of that track, because that's essentially what the hook is. The hook is the part of the track where you boil down the essence and give it to the people in a form that's so palatable that they can take it with them immediately after hearing it. At least an effective hook, in my opinion. The verses are where you give them the full range of what the song's about, but the hook is where you boil it down to the essence. And I feel like the hook in this track was giving the same type of range that the verses were. So it was just a lot. So I would just change the approach to writing so that you really, you know, get to the core of what you are trying to convey to the listener. Do it in the hook. Verses are crazy. Don't stop giving them the super, you know, dense lyrics. Don't ever stop doing that in the verses, because the verses were amazing. So shout out to Sick Boy, shout out Pella the Goat. I guess I have a collab album called Trap Trailers 2. So there must be a Trap Trailers 1. All right. Yeah, don't stop working together because you sound great together. Wayne R is next up. Wayne R, don't go down Heather Lane looking for a fight. That's a long title. All right, don't go down. It's advice and a song all in one.
Don't go down Heather Lane. Storm clouds riding with the rain. Somebody looking for a fight. Fire burning in the night. Rolling down that gravel road. Ankle wearing heavy clothes. Little red truck dusting there. Storm clouds hanging everywhere. Garage light glow cold and blue. Point and blame like people do. Every word came flying fast like old hurt from long ago past. Don't go down Heather Lane. Storm clouds riding with the rain. Somebody looking for a fight. Fire burning in the night. Everybody watching now. Nobody has been wild how. Don't go down Heather Lane if you're looking for a fight. Hard eyes looking through the pain. Thunder riding through his veins. Maybe life had cut too deep. Maybe hurt had stole his sleep. Words like sparks out in the dark. Fear can leave a heavy mark. Broken hearts and broken pride. Sometimes rage got no way to hide. Don't go down Heather Lane. Storm clouds riding with the rain. Somebody looking for a fight. Fire burning in the night. Everybody watching now. Nobody asking wow how. Don't go down Heather Lane if you're looking for a fight.
I don't know if there's a bridge. Let's see if there's a bridge. Okay, it's a solo. I'm fairly certain that this is another Suno assisted track. So, you know, I always love when the artists are in the chat so I can ask them specifics about the song. I actually, you know, as far as AI tracks go, that I think the intro added a lot to the track. I felt the tension. It felt like, you know, classic Americana country, but more on the gritty, aggressive side. There was some dissonance in the low end though, and I don't know what that was about. I mean, it could just be an artifact, or if he added it after the fact, then I would say just clear that up. But writing wise, Yeah, it felt like a classic country record. It did. I think sonically something was going on with the stereo width, so that might be a matter of getting the stems and dealing with a remix slash remaster. Am I the only one who heard that, especially at the beginning around here? I'll play the part. This part. It sounded the low end sounded like there was a rumbling, dissonant sound, and the stereo width suddenly contracted, so it was really narrow, and then eventually it built back up. So I don't know if that was something that you did or something that the AI platform did, but I would recommend addressing that, because a lot of these songs, you know, you might be pitching to film, etc., and so they're going to, you know, want the best possible quality track. And so that I mean, that's my feedback. I think, again, it goes back to the whole, this one sits snugly within the genre, right? So is it standing out? You know, what are we going to do to really set ourselves apart from the others in our genre, especially past and also current? So Wayne, I appreciate you tuning in, or appreciate you submitting. I don't think you tuned in. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artists left. This is Chris Style, Bounce It Like a Ball. Let's check this one out.
Bounce it like a ball, bounce it like a ball. Dribble it, bounce it like a ball, bounce it like a ball. Jiggle it, bounce it big or small, bounce it like a ball. 2 points on the floor, slam dunk, you hit the backboard. Bounce it like a ball, bounce it like a ball. Dribble it, bounce it like a ball, bounce it like a ball. Jiggle it, bounce it big or small, bounce it like a ball. 2 points on the floor, slam dunk, you hit the backboard. Bounce it like a ball, if it's big or it's small. Tennis size of basketball, got that dribble, that jiggle, a big old booty or a kibble. Big booties, juicy booties, small booties, cutie booties. Come on, come on, come on. Bounce that ass like a ball, bounce it like jelly. Big old bubble, you in trouble, hot in here like Nelly. Ass be bouncing out them panties, can't contain all this ass. Niggas don't complain, they pay cash. Bitches bouncing titties, y'all can look, but don't grab me bouncing this booty. When I spot me a cutie, won't rush in full charge. When he see my face guard, he'll pursue me. I'm not going far. Bounce his ass up and down in front of him, hydraulics on the car. He smell my perfume in the air. Next thing you know, he right there. I shift from park to reverse. He bouncing balls in my rear. I ain't get mad or ease up.
Yo, that cadence right there. Let me bring it back. I want more of this in the track. This part. Not this part.
Bitches bouncing titties, y'all can look, but don't grab me bouncing this booty. When I spot me a cutie, won't rush in full charge.
Here.
See my face guard, he'll pursue me. I'm not going far. Bounce his ass up and down in front of him, hydraulics on the car. He smell my perfume in the air. Next thing you know, he right there. I shift from park to reverse. He bounced
That cadence. More of that, Chris Style, please.
balls in my rear. I ain't get mad or ease up.
I'm just thinking of the damn Chris Style, like the champagne line. Never mind. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to size this nigga up, so I played on the liquor. Reach back and grab this nigga nuts. I asked these planters or guys. Head drop slanted my eyes. When I realized I was hypnotized by the softness in the size. I feel like Jordan in my shoes. Number 23 back in 92. Tongues hanging, his ass is shaking while bouncing ball. Booty self-inflate. Bounce it like a ball, bounce it like a ball. Dribble it, bounce it like a ball, bounce it like a ball. Jiggle it, bounce it big or small, bounce it like a ball. 2 points on the floor, slam dunk, you hit the backboard. Bounce it like a ball.
Yeah, I'm just one man. I can't process this stuff in real time. I have CCM is handling all of that on the back end. So they'll let you know when the next one is. It's going to be next week. So I'll be back to do all that.
Bounce it like a ball. Dribble it. Bounce it like a ball. Bounce it like a ball. Jiggle it. Bounce it big or small. Bounce it like a ball. 2 points on the floor. Slam dunk. You hit the back. You see a girl. She holding up the wall. Pull her on the floor. Tell her bounce that ball. You see some niggas not dancing at all. Tell them stop standing around and bounce them balls. Your table sitting.
Hold on. Someone's at the door. I'll be right back. I'm going to keep the song playing.
You only need your face. You sitting down. You better get on up. Let the music move and groove you. Make you bounce your butt. I'm making cheeks. I'm carrying the ball so you can blow the whistle. I'm traveling so fresh and so clean, clean. When I double dribble, it's a fresh breeze. 2 points on the floor, hit the backboard. I score my pointers in threes. Bounce it like a ball, bounce it like a ball. Dribble it, bounce it like a ball, bounce it like a ball. Jiggle it, bounce it big or small, bounce it like a ball. 2 points on the floor, slam dunk you.
Yeah, I think there's a lot. I agree with you. I want to keep calling you by your government name. Knows the time. I agree. There are some parts of this track that are really dope. Like when I went back and isolated that one cadence that she had, amazing. And then there are other parts where I kind of feel like, and a lot of artists have done this that I've worked with, where they'll write the lyrics, but they don't remember how they delivered it. So some of the delivery just felt awkward, like the end rhymes didn't add up. So they kind of went nowhere. The potential is there for this track. I like the concept of the hook. I also feel like even the ad-libs, someone was saying that the ad-libs in the background. Oh yeah, that was Knows the Time. The ad-libs in the all it's like she stuck to the theme. And for a kind of strip club record, that's not always that common. And so I have to give her credit for that. The two things I would say is, especially the first couple lines, the end rhymes aren't end rhyming. And then the hook vocals have a ton of reverb on them. I would personally just say take all the reverb off, make the vocals a lot stronger in the mix. You can add delay, etc., but just avoid reverb for a track like this unless you are using it super intentionally. It doesn't always glue the vocals to the track. But great track. I think with some refinement, this could really take off. We have Sad Boy Steve. Oh, it's a Sad Boy anthem. I need someone to make a Tired Boy anthem so that I can feel seen and heard.
Rap with me, sad boy me, bitch, I coming back, bitch, I'm always with my team, Rocky got a beam, hollow point, baby, aiming at your head, wanna test me and get dead, I ain't fucking around, I ain't playing no joke, niggas talking shit, they got hot fire smoke, put y'all niggas that spit, nothing but a hoe, I don't really know how it goes, bring it down, you is not my bro. You can tell me really how it goes, though. I've been through it all. I stand 10 toes. I won't stop falling. I will stand tall. Bitch, I'm in the shit, just to win it. Making money, stacking money, getting a bitch of bands. Fucking me, and I'm by myself on a low, some for nobody else. Bitch, I'm posted up, I'm in my pocket. What the fuck?
Yeah, this beat is dope. Is Sad Boy in here?
Bitch, I get it up. People wanna talk shit, you better back it up. Niggas in the back, I can't hear what you saying, bruh. If you put up to the front stage, you'll see me, bruh. Put up with these bitches, and these bitches wanna suck some dick. I don't give a fuck if you ain't fucking with the clique. Bitch, I'm on my sad shit. Bitch, I'm on my bad shit.
There's a lot of mystery surrounding this Sad Boy anthem. Is it self-produced? Will we ever know?
I ain't fucking around, I ain't playing no joke. Niggas talking shit like they got hot fire smoke. But y'all niggas just been nothing but a hoe. Y'all don't really know how it goes. Put it down on your own. Bitch,
I mean, it's kind of like Plug meets Rage, right? So it's a chaotic track. There's a lot of shit going on, and the vocals are overlapping in some kind of weird ways. I don't know how to feel about that because it might be the aesthetic, but it also is. I think it might take away from this song. I think there are some really good parts to this track, but the mix might be taking away from it. I think there are some artistic things that you can do that go against all traditional wisdom when it comes to mixing, but I also think that there are some things that you do that take away from the song and subtract from its efficacy as a track, and I think those doubles fall into that category. So I would clean that up. I don't think the mix has to be clean. I think it just has to be clear and intentional. So if you want the audience to hear, like if you're Lucy Bedrock, that's one story. If you're Slayer, it's another. You know, they're similar artists, but one has incredibly clear front and center vocals, and another one has vocals that are more like an instrument that one would have to isolate as the listener. So, what are you trying to do? I think the potential is there. Everyone in here loves the beat, and there are some people in here that know what they're talking about. Beat's great. What are you trying to convey? Are you trying to make the track sound super chaotic, or what? If anyone is in here and they are confused about the order, like I don't handle booking. If you just submitted, as in like within the last couple hours, or even within the last 10 hours, you probably weren't processed for today. How do you get your music to me? Just check the banner. Submit your music at djpayne1.com. djpayne1.com is the place to go to submit beats and full songs. The next person we got is, am I saying your name right? Quez. The name of the song is Buzzin'. It's Quez CBFWFR. And the name of the song is Buzzin'.
Niggas know I'm buzzing in the city, ain't try me like no hoe. Catch a nigga down bad, he gon' get it with his pole. Nigga know, I'ma go. Take it, bitch, she don't go. And you can't try me like no hoe. Ain't no motherfucking rapper. Nigga tell my slime, I be with them motherfucking clout. Be fucking on his bitch, heard he said my name. And I'm letting money rain. Y'all nigga in the game, keep my motherfucking flame. You can't try me like no lame. Push the start, yeah, that's the fin. Or I catch me in the bin. You might catch me with a friend. All my bitches be a 10. Hit the hoe and then I pass. She won't see my ass again. Run through the hoe like I'm a rap. My hit is ass with the 10. I got this weed like I'm a trap. And we can spin and spin again. Niggas know I'm buzzing in the city. Ain't try me like no hoe. Catch a nigga down bad. He gon' get it with his pole. Nigga know, I'ma go. Take it, bitch, she don't go. And you can't try me like no hoe. Ain't no motherfucking rapper. Nigga tell my slime, I be with them motherfucking clout. Be fucking on his bitch. Heard he said my name. And I'm letting money rain. Y'all nigga in the game. Keep my motherfucking flame. You can't try me like no lame. Push the start, yeah, that's the fin. 4 round catch me in the bin. You might catch me with a friend. All my bitches be a 10. Hit the hoe and then I pass. She won't see my ass again. Run through the hoe like I'm a rap. My hit is ass with the 10.
Yeah, I think this artist has a lot of potential. It's the kind of effortless, I don't even give a fuck about what I'm doing kind of feel that works. But it came together. I think the melodies were strong. I think the themes were what we would expect them to be. Hook wise, yeah, it's a little wordy. I don't think this is his hit song, but I hear the potential. I think the mix was solid. It was distorted, but that's just the aesthetic, and personally, I like the way that sounds. Chad, what do you think? Constructive criticism. He's doing a lot, but they're ducking. Yeah. I mean, I think there's room for improvement. There's room for refinement on this track, specifically with the hook, just making it less wordy. Giving. The feedback is the producer wasn't patient. Yeah, I mean, that might be a situation where you record, or at very least track your vocals at home, and then talk to a mix engineer to handle the rest for you. You know what I mean? A lot of artists are doing that because of that, either because they don't want to pay by the hour or they don't want to feel rushed. So I feel you. This is why I like having the artists in the chat. So shout out Lil Quez. I hope I'm saying his name right. Shout out him. I like the track. I think everyone likes the track. No one has any scathing criticism. Someone said the vocals are a little loud. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. To me they sound fine. I like the beat because the beat was kind of distorted. It just felt like it was really everything was pushed through like a soft limiter or something, so it was hitting that new style, just soft clipping distortion. I like it. Oh, this is Raymond Third. Raymond Third. The name of the song is Yeah, 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 Yeah.
Feeling right, I just might give me a bite. Before go out to the club, I hear my homies call all my boys. My fish straight, no need to hate. Only came to celebrate. Yo, it's your boy, your brother Ray T. Will never be another like me. You know what's up. The game is real. Ain't even trying to get a record deal. Just wanna have a good time. Take my tone. Get back to the grind. Now throw your hands up in the air and wave them like you don't care. If you down with me and you came to party, let me hear you scream, oh yeah.
Yeah, very clean mix. This sounds like a radio record. I imagine that he was trying to create a hit single, and so it has the sound like a hit single. It does give me the sort of Mustard and Jeremiah feel, or or maybe even what's my man's name? Producer that did the Justin Bieber record. Yeah, I think the mix is great. I don't know. I like the delivery. I like the singing. The hook is super simple, but the melody is catchy. So I don't hear anything wrong with it. I think it's a great and well polished track. Is it current? I defer to the chat. Is this current enough sounding, or does it feel like a throwback to a few years ago? It could be both, honestly. Because I just feel like these types of tracks work anyway because the energy is there and it would be fun to perform. Yeah, I mean, obviously the beat is influenced by that West Coast sound, maybe specifically like the Oakland sound and all the stuff that yeah, like that's what I struggle with because the track is good. It's good, but are people like playmakers in radio, editorial playlist people, are they gonna say, oh yeah, that sounds kind of like the These Hoes Ain't Loyal era or the Kid Ink era? Because no one's really making music like that right now. So could it work? Yeah, I don't know. There's like Jay Rago saying, there's really nothing wrong with the track. Okay, I see. I was thinking the vocals did sound like Suno. Yeah, I think so. So that's another thing with Suno too. They're taking mainstream music and they don't really care about the era, or they're not accounting for current sounding trends and whatnot. So you'll get a track that sounds good, but that maybe would have worked years ago really well in radio. But the energy is there. I was going to say that's a really dope song to perform, but then that might be a challenge. So we got Boo Boy Piffy with Knockout Kings.
Addicted to salad, iguana to cabbage. I bring you to the hood and I'll show you.
If you are emailing me songs, please don't do that. We do not accept submissions. Please just follow instructions. DJPayne1.com is where you submit music. That's the only place to submit music. If you DM me music, if you text me music, if you email me music, I'm not going to listen to it. I probably won't even see it, to be honest with you. So we have this whole system because I'm incredibly busy. I work this week, for example, I'm working like 9 hours a day teaching music, production, and DJing, and then I come home and do this. So shout out to CCM. They handle everything on the back end. If you have an issue with the submission, they will handle that for you. They will communicate directly to you. I won't, and I appreciate them for doing that, so then I can just focus on doing what I got to do. So please, 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 please do not send me your song directly. Please go to djpayne1.com to submit your music. Just follow the instructions. They're real simple. And once you have completed your submission, they will reach out to you. If you don't hear from them, please check your spam folder, because that oftentimes those emails, those confirmations will go into your spam folder.
Addicted to salad, iguana to cabbage. I bring you to the hood and I'll show you why I'm savage. This rap game is martial arts. I'm the kung fu master. If you ask her if she fuck with me, yeah, why would you ask her? Spit all this fire. Boo Boy Piffy, I'm dragging. You know how the flow should go. Pussy, I'm a Leo. I pop the bag open and make it late. I ain't talking no Frito. Get that paper on a rainy day. Back then, we ain't have it. Had to get up and just make it wait. No matter what you pay your bitch, they ain't gonna make it stay. Cause I eat her pussy good. Yeah, that'll make it day. They say you can't teach your old dog tricks, but I'll make you late. You know my name, doing all this shit for the fame. Stayed down from all the lonely nights, walking in the rain. I'll make you dash quick, you looking like Stacy. I'm foaming out the mouth. In the booth, I got the rabies. Coop Street, we dynamite, fuck your Lil and mateys. 30 on 6 off the roof, rearrange shit. Top with the music in the whip when the rain hit. We been them same niggas. Why they lane switch? The drip is always excellence for your main grip. Coop Street, we fire, spit more fire than the sauna room. Don't get confused, we play more toys than your daughter room. In the hood, I broke the mop, then I bought the broom. It's for all you real niggas, fuck all you rats and all you coons. Get stepped on soon, I'm talking stop the all shit. Don't get your shirt wet from this paint, cause I'm an artist. We knock out kings, we known to fuck you up. Get your city 8, your whole team like it's nothing. Remember like it was yesterday, we all came from dirt. Now we get into it, haters where it hurt. We knock out kings, we known to fuck you up. Get your city 8, your whole team like it's.
Please follow instructions and submit songs at djpayne1.com. That's all I'm in the middle of a live stream, so I can't really explain this stuff beyond that. But the banner is there, the instructions are clear. djpayne1.com is how to submit the songs. Yo, that song was crazy. I think sonically there's a lot to be desired. I think the mix wasn't great. I think the vocals at the end were way louder than everything else. But he definitely has something. It kind of feels like Tyler, the Creator, when he first dropped, meets Griselda. And there are some lines in that song where I'm like, oh wow, this is dope. And it's weird enough, like it's left of center enough to stand out, but it's also solid enough to capture a casual hip-hop fan. Maybe not a casual hip-hop fan, a hardcore hip-hop fan, like the type of people that only listen to West Side Gun and Cool G Rap. You know what I mean? Like people, they'll appreciate this. So I think this artist has a lot going for them. Just get the sonics right. This is probably tracked, self-mixed, self-mastered. Just make sure everything's consistent. I think yeah, I think this artist is going places. I would need to see and hear more to truly give a full criticism on their, you know, their overall branding strategy. But yeah, the artists themselves is the delivery was crazy, the lines were dope. Again, it stood out. It definitely stood out. And having that kind of unique something or other about you is absolutely necessary, especially nowadays when everybody raps, but not everyone can stand out. Have I ever rapped on a beat? Yeah, and you don't want to hear it. I got into making beats when I was a kid because I wanted to rap and because I wanted to just make beats. I didn't know, you know, like I listened to hip hop all my life and I just wanted to know how beats were made, how songs came together. But yeah, I was not taking any of it seriously. It was like, hey, we needed beats to rap on. I had a little rap group in high school, so I was the guy making the beats. All right, we've come to the end of the night. The name of this track is Tell Everybody I Said What's Up by C, S-E-E, period. I cannot play my song. I'm 42 years old. So when I was in high school, that was a long ass time ago, bro. That was over 20 years ago. So I do not have it. It was on a tape.
Your presence erased way too soon. Ain't the same around here without you. If we could go back that day, I'd change your steps, guide your way. Some days I'm good, others I break, and I still feel the ground shake. You don't want me crying, so I hold it in my chest. Heart get heavy every time I try to do my best. Walk that dirt road, kneel at your side. Talk to the moon and the pine. Tell me I'm still doing right. Tell me I'm doing fine. Tell everybody I said what's up. Tell everybody I said what's up. I keep your name in my blood. I keep your name in my blood. If I could reach you one more time, I'd hold your hand and cross that line. Tell everybody, say what's up. Tell everybody how.
Xiaolin Verse, can you please email info@djpain1.com? So just to be clear, everybody, I don't actually handle all the back end and scheduling this stuff. So if you did end up submitting 2 songs and they only gave me one, because I only have one in the spreadsheet, I just get the spreadsheet beforehand. Full transparency. Please email info@djpain1.com and they will handle that for you. So and as a matter of fact, Xiaolin Verse, if that's the case, I apologize. I wasn't a part of that process, but I'll send you a beat. Because I have your email, I'll send you a free beat just for the inconvenience.
Memories gotta be enough. When the house feels way too rough, your chest still faces that one wall. I still expect you.
No, this is definitely an AI track.
I laugh loud, then I go quiet, like my heart forgot its diet, feeding on a little hope and a whole lot of letting go. You don't want me crying, so I wear a steady face. But every small, ordinary thing brings me back to that place. Walk that dirt road, kneel at your side, touch the cold edge of the stone. Tell me I can sleep tonight. Tell me I'm not alone. Tell everybody I said what's up. Tell everybody I said what's up.
Like, obviously, it's a challenge to judge these records, just because, you know, I can't judge the mix or the vocal performance, just because, you know what I mean. It wasn't of the artist that submitted, but writing wise, I actually like the concept of this track.
to the sky like you might answer me back. I trace the ache in my palm, then I let go of that.
I don't know about this verse, but the concept of the track, to tell everybody I said what's up, the kind of passive aggressive, toxic, lonely R&B song. I think the concept was well written. Up until the third verse, I thought the verses were decently written. I don't think as strongly as the concept deserved. I think the concept was much stronger than the actual verses were written. But the concept is good. I mean, this is the type of thing where if you can write concepts like that, you have the opportunity to learn how to produce and write music. And even if you can't sing, there are people who you can work with, vocal producers, vocal coaches, and you can develop an artist with this kind of material. So yeah, I think really strong concepts are hard to come by. And so if you have one, then really, lean into that concept throughout the entire process of writing. The beat goes with the concept, goes with the mood and the emotions, but I do feel like the concept gets lost a little bit, or at least weakened during the verses, specifically the third verse when the metaphors start getting mixed up, the palms aching and talking to the sky. I really don't see how that fits into the overall concept. I thought the concept of the hook was dope. So shout out to that. Once again, I appreciate all of you tuning in because it's music reviews. Some of you didn't even submit music, and a lot of you who did submit music, you stayed and watched all your peers' music get reviewed. If there were any concerns, please email info@djpain1.com. And I apologize on behalf of the live stream if you were overlooked, but they will handle you and do right by you. Just contact them. And next time I review, make sure you have your beat or song submitted, djpain1.com. That's how you submit your track. Just follow the simple instructions and they will email you a confirmation when they get your song. Zellenverse, you'll hear from me, but please email them to let them know about the concern you had. Christopher Coleman, you submit by going to djpain1.com. Appreciate all of you, and I will catch you.